Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tatter-a-fact. I'm Teryn, your host, and we are filming live from the Girlz Inc. studio in Las Vegas. And today, I'm really super excited because I have an artist here with me who is also here in Vegas. So this is the first Vegas artist I've had come sit with me and jam with me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah! And I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous.
I remember you saw me in my opening. Like I'm like so
You're
not
doing
smooth.
great.
I know, but I'm not smooth yet.
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. But
There is a little gnat flying.
oh God.
No.
Okay. Did you get it?
I think it's gone.
Like when you see it on TV, you're like, oh my God, doesn't he feel that?
You got it though.
Did I get it?
Somebody else probably wouldn't tell you, but I had to tell you.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm that person. Like if you got a booger or something like that, I will tell you.
Yeah, because I would want somebody to tell me.
Yeah, I don't want to walk around all day with that on your face. So I like that. So So I kind of figured you're the person that would tell someone if they have a booger or.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So Neeziie Baby. If everybody doesn't know, this is Neeziie Baby.
Yes.
Okay.
You said it right.
I did?
People go Neeziie.
Neeziie.
Neeziie,
But it's E-E. Neeziie. Like, you know, I
Reading's
need.
fundamental, but still.
Still.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I get Teryn.
Neeziie Baby.
Yeah. I get Teryn.
Teryn.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's Teryn.
Teryn.
But I get Teryn a lot. So let's start with your name.
Yes.
So so this is the first time you and I have met.
First time.
Yeah. So, but I have followed you for a long time. I've watched you grow and evolve to this amazing artist. Yeah. So we like knew of each other.
Yeah.
And I always liked you and was fascinated by you.
You're the OG, you're the GOAT. Like, hello.
And so the name though. So when you came in, I went, oh, Neeziie, hi, Neeziie. You know, but the first thing I wanted to ask you, and I haven't asked you yet, I wanted to ask you, like, while we're, talking, is like Neeziie. I know baby's not really your name, but is
We changed it to that. No, I'm just playing.
Is Neeziie really your real name?
Okay, so real name is Parneet. Okay, and we'll get into that.
Parneet.
Okay, and then, but I am from the era of Nizzle, Izzle, Thizzle, Fashizi, my Neeziie.
Oh,
I'm
like
from
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'm
like
from
Fashizzle, my Dizzle.
I'm from all of that.
Okay, I like that.
Parneet is really hard to say. For some reason, people mess that up. So in high school, my nickname was Parneezie, and then it just went to Neeziie.
Okay.
And then my AIM and MySpace, I just added the baby on there, and it was Neeziie Baby, and I stuck with it, and here we are today.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. I would not say Parneet because I'm from Maine, so I don't pronounce Oz. You would be Paneet.
Oh, that's cute.
You'd be Paneet. That's how I would say
I don't like
it.
that.
Paneet. I know.
So Neezie's good.
So Neezie's good. I can pronounce if it doesn't have an I pronounce it right. But I'm a little like, I'm sorry. I'm a little, I'm self-conscious a little bit about my accent. So when I'm doing like tutorials and stuff like that, I try not to sound like so much from Maine. I try to pronounce my O's a little bit better when I'm,
That's cute though.
But when I drink, girl,
it's all out.
Forget it.
It's all out in the open.
I sound like, down east from Maine.
The only accent I have is a Northern California. Hella.
I was going to ask you, so where are you from originally?
I'm from Sacramento. That's my hometown. My family still lives there, but I moved to Vegas 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Why Vegas?
So people that follow me know who Gregory is. That's my
It's your
partner.
honey.
That's my honey.
Yeah.
That's my everything. And we've been together for 9 years, but I met him 2 years into him moving here. So we met in Sacramento, and then we were already dating for 2 years, and him and his brother actually moved out here, and I was coming to see him.
Okay.
And so I was like, I can't just come here every other weekend and I can't visit you anymore. I need to come be with you.
Well, and especially if you're in love, like the long distance thing.
That was
It's too hard.
That was that. As soon as we hung out, we never stopped hanging out. So I moved out here because of him.
So love.
Love.
I
moved to Vegas for love.
Yeah.
In the name of love.
I did too. Like
Yeah.
many years ago. Yeah. Like I can't even tell you how many years ago. I moved out for love too. My first girl love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Her sister was out here.
Wow.
Yeah, her sister was out here already working at the Santa Fe
Okay.
casino way out there, you know, as a waitress. And so we kind of had we figured we'd have a little help.
Yeah.
So, so I moved out here with her like many years ago. And I fell in love with it right away. Did you?
I love Vegas.
The heat don't bother you?
Oh, no, I love the heat. I'd rather
Okay.
be hot than cold.
Yeah, no, that's me too.
I hate being cold.
Yeah, me too. No, me too. And my wife is like the opposite.
No.
Yeah, she's the opposite.
But
so
you're from the East Coast. You're not, or that's why you probably hate it.
yeah,
The winter
I would rather
cold.
be hot
Yeah.
than cold. And she sleeps. Listen to this. So, and this started 3 months ago. The industrial fan pulled out of the closet. She puts it in the bedroom floor along with the air conditioning. Yeah, so I have to sleep with really heavy blankets. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And industrial fans but she's got, I don't know. She just gets
she's like, I hate this.
Yeah, I hate it. So our house runs cold, so we're always fighting and putting up the air conditioner, down the air conditioner, up the air. Yeah, that's just us. So I don't know.
That's the best sleep though, when it's freezing but you're under your covers.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that
Toasty.
except when I have to get up and go pee.
Yeah, you're
before
like,
the
I don't
morning.
even want to get up.
I don't even want to get up. I run naked because I have to sleep naked.
Yeah.
Like she sleeps with flannel pajamas on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but when I can't I toss and turn. I move a lot when I sleep, so then I get all twisted. So I'm a naked sleeper. So when maybe that's a little too personal. But so when I get up, no visuals now.
Yeah.
But running across the bedroom, butt ass naked, freezing. Yeah,
She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, then I run back, I jump in bed, and I'm like, oh
my gosh.
until I fall back asleep. So so that's my life. I know.
love Vegas.
Yeah. So Neezie
Yes.
Baby.
Neezie Baby.
Neezie Baby. And you just had a baby.
I did just
Not
have
too
a
long
baby.
ago,
I
right?
mean, her first birthday was on May 22nd. Like, where did the time go?
Yeah. And was she a year?
Yeah.
Oh
1
my
year
God.
old.
How do you like being a mom?
I love it. I didn't know how I was going to feel. I guess I don't think anybody ever really knows until
Yeah.
you have a kid. What
Yeah.
how are you going to be?
What's her name?
Alani.
Oh, that's so cute.
Alani Carr Ortega.
All right.
Yeah.
How did it change you?
I think it did. I feel like I've always been a natural nurturer, so it did come easy. You know, I've always been that way.
Yeah.
Really loving natural nurture, but I love spending every moment with her. I even scaled back on work because I'm like, I can't miss a thing.
I was just going to ask you, what, because anybody that follows your Instagram, it looks like you're super busy. You train clients, you're doing a lot of stuff. So how did it affect your work schedule? Because now you're a working mom, which is difficult, right? Hardest job in the world, hardest job and probably most important job, being a mom.
I feel that I'm blessed in the way that I worked my ass off. When I said anything that I envisioned, wanted to do, I've been doing this for a decade. I did it. And I think I had the baby at the right time. Where if I don't want to work, it doesn't even really matter,
Gotcha.
And so I do only work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and only
you
for
do?
4 hours, and then go back home
So,
to her, And
Yeah.
so I stopped the travel training, and then COVID kind of, for me, all of that really happened, I feel like, in my benefit, because that's when I was pregnant and the baby's getting big. So
she
everything
was a
all-
COVID baby?
She was. Yeah. We were in the smack dab middle when she was born.
Yeah,
so.
they predicted births and pregnancies were going to go up during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So some couples did really good during COVID. I felt it made me and Kat stronger.
Yeah.
I think we got along so good during COVID. We didn't get on each other's nerves and all that stuff. And I know a lot of couples didn't do well during COVID. What's your honey's name?
Gregory. Oh, he
Gregory.
got on my nerves. Oh,
got
yeah.
on your nerves?
Oh, yeah. But what's great is that we have a 3-story home, and he has his man cave all the way at the lower level.
Okay.
So I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Right.
So it's nice.
It's nice.
If you want to get away, you can.
Yeah,
But no, it's not like that. But it's just so funny because you can get on each other's nerves sometimes, especially being together for 9 years. See, you got it good. If she doesn't get on your nerves, then
well, I wouldn't say that. Oh, but not big things.
yeah, no, absolutely
Not big
not.
things.
Which
We
is
both
nice.
have our little things that can get on my nerves about her a little
yeah.
bit, and I probably get on her nerves more than she gets on my nerves.
When you're together for so long, you know how to push each other's buttons.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a handful. I am. I readily admit it. I'm an artist, so I'm a creative, innovative kind of person. So my brain's always going.
Always.
And I have anxiety, so she has to deal with my anxiety and my creative. Us artists, right? We're a little crazy.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes we're a little hard to deal with.
I think so.
Yeah, but we're, but I'm super sweet.
Same.
Yeah, right. And I knew, I had a feeling you were going to be sweet and bubbly. I had a feeling. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to kind of meet when you came in today, but I had a feeling. And you are. You're bubbly. Thank you. But you've got a sparkle to you. And that's what I recognize right away out there, because we talked for about an hour before we came in here. And you're bubbly and you're sweet and you got this vibrancy to you. But on the flip side, like, can you get down? Like, can you be like,
oh yeah,
like,
I'm never the one to start it, but I will finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. So. No, I know. Okay. Yeah. Me too. I can get, me too. I can be a little moody, especially in the morning. I'm not really a morning person.
I kind of have to be now because that little girl wakes up at 7 on the dot every morning.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of good because, right? I mean, kids can wake up at 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
so
no.
at least you got till 7.
I got sleep training down.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
With her.
She's probably the first thing you worked on. Yeah. So, because were you a morning person before her?
No, I would sleep in.
Yeah.
Like I literally would sleep all the way maybe to like noon because I've never been an early client taker ever.
Yeah.
So it's like afternoon and then to evening. But
I force myself to be a morning person, but I'm just not. I do I stay up late.
Me too.
Because I create better at late.
Same. I cannot go to sleep until probably after midnight or sometimes even longer. That's just natural.
No, that's natural for me too. Around midnight to 1, and I can't go to sleep any earlier, even if I tried. It's just.
I'll be tossing and turning in bed for no reason.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what me. And then your mind starts going. So and that sucks laying there with your mind going.
Oh yeah, I've always been the type of person that I just feel like I'm kind of never content. I'm like, what else can I do? What else can I create? What else can I get into? What else can I provide? What maybe social media content? Like what else can I do? But I think that's what's gotten us so successful because our mind never stops running.
Right. What's your sign? What's your birth sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh God, I'm a Virgo.
Gregory's a Virgo.
Oh! My dad's a Leo. I have a lot of Leos in my life. Yeah. So my dad likes to argue.
Yeah.
Do you like to argue?
I do. I'm right. And it's my way.
That's my dad.
No other way.
That's my dad. And I'm a Virgo, so I don't really let it go.
No, you don't.
No, because I like to debate back too. But the good thing about my dad is when we debate, we never call it arguing and we never hang up angry, but we can get into some good debates. Right? Yeah.
I can keep going.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm the person that's got to have the final word. When I feel it starts getting heated, like with someone I love.
Yeah.
My friends, my family, I'll start to back down. If I feel it's starting to get to a place where it's getting a little heated and a little uncomfortable, then I'll be the one to back down. But I'll take it to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need the last word.
You're that.
I'm that Leo if there's different types, but I feel like I always have to have the last word.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
My dad is that, but now that he's getting older, he's not so much that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
I'm
I'm
back
super
in his head. He's telling himself, he had the word.
I think you mellow out when you get a little bit older. Yeah. So that's funny. So how long have you been doing PMU?
Since probably 10, coming on 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started brows when I was 19, but not permanent makeup. I threaded. So I know how to do threading.
So it started in the beauty industry with brows at 19. Okay.
At 19, I'm 30, about to be 32.
How did PMU cross your brain? How did you?
So in the midst of doing eyebrow threading, I don't know if you ever remember, did you ever see eyebrow extensions? That was a thing.
No.
Literally, it's like
eyebrow
doing lashes.
I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're doing lashes, but you're putting what looks like straight little hairs with pretty much, I think it was lash glue, but you know, you called it brow glue, but into the eyebrow. So it's like I'm sticking what looks like little hairs, and that's what created a buzz for me. Like insane on social media. Like I've never seen that before. What the hell is that?
Eyebrow hair extensions.
Eyebrow extensions.
Did it look good?
They looked great, but well, yeah, I guess so. It looked great then.
Yeah.
If I was doing that now, it'd be a little crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what created the buzz. And then maybe that was like a year in, but that's what kind of got my followers jumping around and more followers and the buzz. And then I seen microblading online on Instagram, but I think it was being done by someone in Germany. But there was really, I don't even remember if the caption really explained what it was. It was weird. I was like, it looks like they're cutting into the eyebrow. Is it ink? What is it?
Yeah.
I figured out what was being used. I bought the stuff and I literally practiced on one of my clients.
So you bought stuff online and you just started
going at it.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, let me create little something. I didn't do like her whole brow, but I just kind of filled in spaces that looked like I probably didn't know what I was doing, but whatever I did do, it stayed. And I'm like, oh, I'm hitting the ground running with this. And then I kind of figured out what the name. I didn't call it microblading because I didn't want people knowing what it was.
What'd you call it?
3D hair strokes.
3D hair strokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That caught on, I feel like, because of me. But or hair strokes. I didn't call it microblading.
Okay.
And that's what fascinated people. It's like, what is
And you were
that?
in Sacramento.
In Sacramento.
Okay.
So everything started in Sacramento.
Okay. So then do you don't still do microblading, do you?
I do. It's maybe not as much, but there's still clients that want that. But I only take like a specific client type for microblading. So not
like
oily, a lot of hair, skin type. Yeah.
And I think it took like all of us, the whole industry, to realize, because at first, didn't you try to put microblading on everybody?
Oh God.
Figured out.
With no hair on their eyebrows, just micro. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
So
wish
now
I can
we
take
know.
that back. Now you know, you learn.
It almost has to be like younger, flawless skin.
Yeah, it's just
the
a
best
certain
with
skin
microblading.
type. Give me a lot of brow hair so I can make it look pretty and blended.
So it seems on your Instagram that you're mostly doing like ombre brow, powder brow, ombre brow now.
It's most requested.
Yeah.
It's more successful than anything on the client's skin,
Do you
regardless of their skin type.
Do you have more fun doing one or the other?
I mean, microblading it doesn't take as long to do, but both are amazing. But what gives the best transformation is definitely ombre brows.
Ombre brows.
That before and after, usually with an ombre powder brow is like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
I know, I love the ombre too.
Yeah.
So what needle do you use? Are you a big needle girl or are you a...
I'm a 1RL.
You're a 1RL.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Whole way through.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a big needle girl.
I know you are.
I know. But it's like we were talking, like I told you, it's like I get really super fascinated with all the trends. I got to jump on them and I got to do them and I got to like see what, the hype's all about. Mm-hmm. And I just have to do everything. And so when we were coming up with Loaded, our new organic line, it had to be a line that worked really well with the single needle because single needle doesn't implant a lot of pigment.
No.
So you need a strong line.
Yes.
If you're going to do single needle work. So, girl, I jumped on that single needle for the first time in like 10 years. And I did like
How
20
did you
clients.
feel?
Well, my first client, I wanted to like rip the needle out and put in my Big 8 shader because it took so long. The thing about the big needles is... You can sit down, do a powder brow, and get the ombre effect in about 25 minutes because the big needle just whips across so fast, right? It's like painting a wall with a tiny little paintbrush or a big roller.
Yeah. Very good way to put it because that's exactly the effects. Okay.
So I'm just so used to sitting down and getting done quick that I think I got frustrated that it took so long and I didn't see color immediately. With the big needle, you see color immediately. Yeah. So I didn't think I was doing it right because I, do a little wipe. It's like, where's the damn
what is
color?
happening?
Where's the color? Yeah. But by the time I did but then of course it was a challenge to myself. Yeah. Like I gotta get good at this. Like I just gotta.
That's exactly how I feel anytime using anything. I'm like, I gotta get this down.
Yeah. And I ended up getting quicker, but it's still a longer procedure, right? Okay. It takes longer with the single needle, but I ended up enjoying it. I ended up understanding why so many people like working with it and enjoying it. There's something about the layering process and watching it build slowly, right? I'm a little bit of an instant gratification girl. I just am. It's like in my DNA. So I went back to big needle mostly, but I will do, what I like to do now is I'll do like the tail over, get around the arch with my 8 shader.
Okay.
And then I'll switch to my single and ombre out like the fronts.
The fronts.
So I get to kind of play with both needles now. Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Because the process, I mean, so I book 2.5 hours, 2 hours, and I dedicate that first hour, if I need it, to just brow mapping. Just like literally to get that bomb shape for you. Granted, it only takes me 30 minutes, but you just never know what situation is going to sit in your chair.
It can take Neezie Baby an hour to get a good pair of brows on where you like the shape.
Yeah.
So anybody that's taken too long to draw the brows, you're like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it
at
all. And I tell my students that. I'm like, it can take you even longer.
So let me ask you this. Do you numb first?
No.
And then draw?
No.
I was going to say, doesn't their numbing cream wear off?
Yes. So no, we don't numb before. So you do the brow map. The shape is there. The client loves it. You get the green light. And then you outline that shape into the skin. So I do it
with no numbing?
No numbing. 1 RL. I explain. I feel like if you
does it hurt the client?
No, I feel like if you tell the client what to expect, they're totally fine. But if you just didn't say anything and you're like, all right, let's get started, they might, you know.
But you're not really going proper depth. You're just kind of scratching
grazing the skin.
Yeah.
It's all in the hand techniques. I'm barely grazing the skin, and I say, you're gonna feel this, but it's no big deal, and it's super fast,
right?
And then from there, what that's doing is that it's opening up the skin, and then we numb you.
Okay.
And also after the outline, I kind of run through the middle of the brow and kind of scratch in there a little bit, open. And then I numb it.
Okay.
And then I just flip-flop brows the whole time.
Oh, that's interesting. My friend Na, she was just out here, and she's single needle girl. Yeah. Super good, too. And so she does all her drawing, too. But then she puts some numbing cream over, and I'm like, how do you not lose your drawing? How do you do that?
Or a little blurry or smudged out.
But she has a really interesting way of doing it. She kind of scrapes it off using this special thing. And when she scrapes...
It's all intact still?
It's all intact, the drawing. And I'm like, I have never seen that.
I don't have patience for that. I feel like you can handle that very little like outline feeling. Because I've gotten my brows done and I know what it feels like. It's not really a big deal.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad to where, I mean... clients know they're getting a tattoo, you know, and they don't even they think it's going to hurt the whole time. And I'm like, no, you're not even going to feel, honestly, a thing once we actually get started. So.
I think most people are pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, I haven't felt anything.
Now, do you do eyeliner?
No.
Why not?
I'm so nervous to get to the eye.
But if you're that good, this is my thoughts on that. Because I've been following you a long time, right? So... you are at the point now, your brow work is bomb.
Thank you.
Your brows are good. You do really amazing brows.
Thank you.
So my whole thing is, I'm an eyeliner girl.
Yeah.
I do good eyeliner.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, if your brow work is that good, then your eyeliner work would probably be that good. So at any point, Neezie,
yes,
are you going to cross over and like dive into eyeliner?
I don't know. I'm so nervous to get to the eye. Like
if you do,
close.
like you gotta hang out with me.
Of
Bring
course,
me up to your studio.
I would only come to you,
and we'll do an eyeliner together.
Okay.
Because I think you'd be good at it, and I think I see your type of clientele. You do a lot of celebrities.
I do.
I know. You just did like LeBron James's wife.
I love her. She's so sweet.
She's so pretty
Savannah
too.
Is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you have a huge clientele. A lot of them are celebrities, or maybe not celebrities, but they have big, massive Instagram accounts,
they're like
1 million
influencers.
Yeah, they're big influences. How for people watching that maybe are inspired by your clientele, maybe that's the type of clientele they'd like to get. Who was your first celebrity or influencer?
I'm not sure if you know who this is, but Nikki Heaton. Have you ever singer? Maybe from there. Nikki Maduris.
Okay,
she's Love and Hip Hop.
Okay,
Miss Neeziie Baby.
How did you get? Did they find you?
They found me honestly, and
from your Instagram account.
From Instagram, but again, it was when I was, all the followers were rolling in, and you know, so many years ago. Do you know what the Shade Room is?
No.
This like blog, gossip, like whole, it's the tea.
Okay.
You get your daily tea from there. Okay. You don't even go on like any news channel.
Is it a young girl thing?
I don't.
I'm a bit older than you. Not a lot. Let's just put that out there.
Just check out the Shade Room a little bit later. The Shade Room. It's just that.
I'm going to.
The Shade Room. But it's when that blog site was like up and coming, and it was like, there was never been an Instagram that spills the tea like the Shade Room about celebrities and just everything. And so I took advantage of, I messaged them and was like, how much do you charge to promote on your Instagram? They charged $75 way back when.
Okay.
And I gained like 40,000 followers from that advertisement.
So that's how you grew your Instagram, or started growing your Instagram.
Now, if I think you tried to go on there, they have like 50 million followers. They got millions of followers now on there. And that's like everyone's source of information.
Yeah.
I think you tried to advertise with them now, it's like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, because your Instagram is like on fire. You have what, 300 and over 350,000 followers.
I feel like every brow artist has at least come across my page once.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
I think most people know who Neeziie Baby is.
I think so too.
You have a presence.
Yeah.
You know that, right? We were talking about that. I think one thing about you're free, right? You're really transparent on your Instagram. So, and I think, and that's probably one reason, like you like command people stop and take a look at your Instagram. I think, because of the way you are on your Instagram, but that's the way you are in person, right? You are a free spirit. You don't give a shit what anybody thinks about you.
No.
And you post some sexy stuff on your Instagram.
I feel like I worked hard for this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
I'm like, I gotta show a little something.
Yeah. But you're like bold and sassy. And you own it. You're so comfortable in your own skin being bold and sassy, and you really don't care what anybody thinks about you. I know. So I wanted to talk about that and the haters a little bit.
Yeah.
I told you out there that I think I admire that about you.
Thank you.
You know, maybe we're very different. You know, I don't want to keep saying I'm older than you, just a little bit.
You don't look it, girl.
Just a little bit. But I'm conservative. I'm a more conservative person. But I wish that I had the courage to be more free and to express myself maybe a little bit more the way I would like to. Yeah. And I'm always worried that, I'm going to make someone upset or someone's going to bash me. I worry too much what people think about me. And I think that comes from my childhood, getting picked on, getting bullied, things like that. After all that happened to me in childhood, you kind of seclude, right? And you become a loner. And I think that's how I got into art and stuff like that. But I think I carry that with me. So I'm always very careful and not too expressive and whatnot. And then I watch you just so free. And I think with freedom comes happiness, joy. I don't know. I admire that. I really, really do. So you must I know years ago, you got some hate. You got some haters.
Oh my gosh.
Because of the way you posted.
Especially in the beginning of my career.
In the beginning of your career. I remember it. I can remember it being talked about on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, can I talk about one picture you posted? Okay. It was a picture, it was a booty picture. Because you got a booty. You got a booty.
A little something back there.
You got a little something back there. But that's the trend now. That's the thing. All the young girls want a booty.
Yeah.
But it was a booty picture. It was like a sexy booty picture. And you had some money. And I think you might have had like a bottle of Crown Royal.
It was Hennessy.
Oh, is it you? So you even remember that night.
I know.
So exactly. I remember, and that picture caused
just wreaked havoc. Oh,
it
God.
caused a ruckus
in the community.
in the PMU industry. And I just remember finding it so entertaining. Like, right? It's like, I just did. It didn't offend me.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't judge anybody. I think everybody that knows me knows that. I'm not judgmental. I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
So I judge nobody. So I didn't find it offensive. I found it really entertaining, but it really like pissed a lot of people off. Like, how do they message you? Do you just hear it from others that people like are hating on it, or do they message you directly?
I will say that no one has ever directly said anything to me. Either they're afraid because they know I'll probably pop off on them.
Yeah.
But no one's ever directly ever said anything to me. Oh my God, in the last 10 years, maybe like a couple fake pages. But from their like own real account, like said anything? No.
So you
but
just
it's always
hear
been
it.
like screenshots of like people that actually like support me. You know, they'll be like, I seen this. Oh, girl. And I made sure I said something in your defense, you know, and which I appreciate, you know, because they know either it's like past students or people that have actually met me,
right?
You know, they're like, how dare you say this about Neeziie?
Yeah.
You know, so, but no one's ever said anything directly.
You're lucky, you know, you're lucky because some people that have, you know, big accounts, not as big as yours, but some bigger accounts and they're well known. I mean, they make one wrong step and, you know, I mean, they get direct messages. I mean, they get bashed, you know, publicly, and it's become a little bit dangerous. I don't know. So you're really, really lucky.
I think it's because a lot of the accounts or artists out there that if they just say the wrong thing or because they're walking on such eggshells, I feel like people hop right on that and want to tear them down.
So you think people recognize?
They know when someone treads a certain way. I feel like maybe if certain artists just always just never really gave a damn.
So you think people know you'll pop off. So they're like, okay,
they're
I'm
like,
not
let
going
me just
there.
not even say anything to her. Yeah. You know, and also I don't really, I don't involve myself. I never have in any of the drama that's kind of out there. So I think people kind of maybe respect that too. I just never have. I never felt the need to, on my social media, ever tear anybody down or even make a comment on maybe something that is going wrong, supposedly, you know.
No, I don't either. That's not the way I roll.
No.
And I just think, I like weird people. Yeah. I like people that are different.
I'm always for the underdog.
Yeah,
I
me too.
For the underdog,
right? And I like people that entertain me and that
Yeah.
are just different and fun to watch and all that stuff. So I don't really understand why maybe the way you are and some of the pictures, I don't understand how or why that affects somebody in a negative way. I don't know why even if it's not them. You know, I just have never been able to wrap my brain around that.
Maybe because they feel like I'm not getting backlash for it. Maybe they're like, how is it that she can do this and have, no negative effect behind it in their head when, I mean, honestly, what I'm doing shouldn't affect somebody else at all.
No. Exactly.
Like it's not you showing your ass, it's me.
Yeah. And you look like you could, in some of your pictures, you look like you could go off. You look like a badass. You do. But the minute you meet you, it's like you're so not, like I think maybe somebody, some people have a perception of you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're a pretty girl. You got this exotic, pretty look. You're young. The way you express yourself. I think some people might probably think you're a diva or you're, a biatch, things like that. But the minute you meet you, it's like you've just got this warm, fun, bubbly energy. You're not that. Although you can be that if someone's going to give you some grief, right?
Yeah.
But isn't that all of us?
That's everybody.
If someone backed me in a corner and came after me too, I can.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, right?
And I get that from clients and even students all the time. They'll be so nervous just to meet me, or get the service done or even just come to a training. And, they're right, that first initial contact, they're like, oh my God, you're like so sweet,
Yeah.
they finally loosen up. They were so nervous,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
like I'm like the most down to earth person ever. But I think it also comes from just humble beginnings. Everything I did, I started it from scratch. No one
Right.
told me anything. I built everything on my
All
own.
on your own.
All on my
Yeah.
own. My parents didn't have any
Yeah.
businesses. They worked regular jobs, and I'm Punjabi. So if nobody ever knew, I'm Indian. So
Yeah.
if anybody
I was
knows
going to
the
ask you that.
I'm
right.
Punjabi, and the way like Indian culture kind of is that parents want you to have a stable job, like be a
Right.
doctor, be a nurse, be
Yes.
something that a lawyer, or engineer,
Yeah.
I don't know, something that will have a for sure job or income or something.
And your culture's typically conservative,
Yeah,
right?
strict.
Strict.
And
So does your mom see your Instagram account?
yes, she has an Instagram.
So what does she has an Instagram? So what do you block her on something? So what did she say to you?
Well, maybe some things on my story. I'm like, I don't want her seeing me smoke hookah tonight.
Well, okay,
Let me
Did she say anything about the booty, the money, and the Hennessy
no,
shot?
no. I think it's because sucks to say this now when I look back at it, but I was always rebellious. Always.
Yeah.
My mom was never the strict one, nor my dad really. They're really like modern and Americanized, but like I was still always the rebellious one. I got tattoos. My
Right.
mom's like, stop after that one. Nope, still got more.
Yeah.
I dated outside of my race. That was big when I was younger too and stuff like that. But no, I think because I was always rebellious and I always was like, no, like I want to be myself. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to fit into this box that you
This
guys are
mold,
just
yeah.
whatever you guys are trying to have me do. I've never been like that. How can you try to get me to be like that now? You know? So I think because of that, my mom's like, I can't tell you nothing.
Right. Well, they got to be used to you by now.
No.
Right? I mean, now they're just like, that's my daughter.
No, they're like, you know what? You're happy. You're successful. We don't worry about you.
Yeah.
So what you choose to do, it's all
And that's
right.
all parents
That's
want.
all they want.
Right? That's what's most
That's
important.
what they worried about.
you're happy.
Me being younger is, are you gonna just be okay?
Yeah.
And once you are, they're like,
Yeah.
we love you. You're good. They always loved you, but I know you're gonna be okay now.
Yeah. It's so funny. So you talk about your money.
Yes.
And your income online.
Yes.
You're super transparent about that.
Yes.
I was just flipping through your Instagram, and so you were showing like the income you made during COVID.
Yeah.
So some people look at that and they think you're bragging, right?
Yeah.
So that's how, because there's people, Neeziie, that they look at everything through a negative lens.
Yeah.
And then there's people that look at everything through a positive lens.
Yeah.
So the negative and naysayers, that they might say, well, that's bragging. And I know some other, like Sheila Bella talks about her income. There's
Yeah.
other people that do that. But it's more motivational to motivate and show people that they can do that. And I would assume that's the reason you do it. You're not bragging.
No, it's for motivational purposes only. And I've always kind of done that because I want anybody that's even thinking about getting into the brow career, or even beauty in general, it doesn't have to just be brows, that you can make a lot of money. And I'm literally the spitting image of that. I started doing eyebrow threading at $5 or $6,
Yeah.
a person. And now I charge $900 a client,
Right.
for ombre powder. And it's like, you can make a lot of money if you actually put your mind to it and you really want to do it. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you want to do brows. That's not going to get you anywhere,
Yeah.
But that's the only reason I post those things. I want people to see that if you were even hesitant on maybe taking a class or any of those reasons, do it, because you never really know what you're capable of until
Right.
you actually try.
Right.
So,
And there's a lot of people out there that have been told, maybe they're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Not all parents and not all families are supportive, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody. Like, I was lucky
Yeah.
to be around supportive people. When I started doing this 22 years ago, my dad didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
He wasn't negative.
Yeah.
He flew right out and he bought me my little red toolbox I still use today.
I think I've seen you post that.
I have.
before.
It means
I've
a
seen
lot
that.
to me because I knew he didn't understand
Yeah.
what I was getting into. And
But
he
whatever
worried.
it was, he was like, I'm going to support you.
Look, I tormented my dad, right? We grew up in Maine.
Yeah.
his only daughter. You know, I got 2 younger brothers, but, you know, so I blasted him with that I'm a lesbian. Then I blasted him with I'm moving to Vegas, Dad.
Oh my god.
Well, first I blasted him when I was like straight, you know, dating a black boy, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then we ended up being really great friends. But then I figured out I like girls.
Yeah.
And he took that great. And then I'm moving to Vegas with my new girl. He took it great, but he worried.
Yeah.
And then I tell him, you know, I'm going to start tattooing makeup, you know, and he didn't understand it. So, but he's always been supportive. He may not understand, but he's supportive.
Yeah.
So he's always encouraged me, whatever you're going to do, even this tattooing, the makeup stuff, just be the best you can be.
Oh, that's nice.
And treat your clients well, you know, because he was a plumber.
Yeah.
His whole life.
Yeah.
And he had his own little business.
Yeah. So he knew little bits.
Yeah.
Little customer service.
He did little bits. He was an entrepreneur in his own right, you know, and he built a good business and he supported us with it, you know, and I watched him be happy his whole life being a plumber and having, you know, clients. And he always told me if you because, you know, I wasn't smart.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to college. I just was not smart in school. So I had to find a trade.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, find a trade or a service people want from you, and you'll always be able to put food on the table. So, you know, so I ended up doing permanent makeup.
Look at you. You found your niche.
I found my niche. I had to go through a few things, though, Neezie. I can't even tell you, you know, to find my niche, but I finally found it. You're lucky you found it younger.
Yeah.
You know, you found it, you know, much younger in life. I found it a little bit older in life. But I don't know if I would have been responsible. Yeah. Like if I had started doing PMU in my 20s. My 20s, I was crazy, you know.
You were out there living.
I was out there living.
The lesbian life.
I was. And I didn't have discipline and I wasn't very responsible.
Yeah.
And so I don't know as if I would have been a good little business owner like in my 20s. So probably good for me. I think I was a late bloomer, like maturity wise. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
so I don't know.
I mean,
I stayed immature probably longer than I should.
Better late than never.
Well, better late than never. Yeah. I mean, you know, now I'm probably a little bit too responsible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a little too, you know. So I don't know, but yeah. So let me ask you about celebrities.
Yeah.
I've done a few myself. So is it more nerve-wracking for you to do a celebrity, or is it the same? It doesn't matter who it is. Or,
you know, of course, you feel a little nervous, and you're like, because I do not want to F this up.
Right.
At all.
Right.
So you take even more time. So I make sure I don't have anybody else. I'm not double booking, or it's just that person. That's all I'm dealing with. But I think once I just get started, I kind of go into my zone, because if I don't, then I might mess something up. So no, once I get that initial consult and we're just talking and everything, and I start to that mapping, everything goes just okay. It's just another client.
Just
and
another
client.
They all been like nice and personable.
Oh my God, yes.
You haven't had any like.
You would think that a celebrity client is going to be
like a diva.
Yeah,
or a little...
like diva, or just be like, I hate this, or I need this, or this, or no. They're all really easygoing at the end of the day. I've never had any issues.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
No.
Me neither. So, yeah, that's good.
I think they respect the work, too. That's the reason they wanted to come get the service done at the end of the day.
And more and more celebrities now are doing it. Like permanent makeup is way more mainstream now than it ever has been.
Life so much easier.
Yeah.
Like they have, you know, they're in front of the camera all the time or whatever. Photo shoots, pictures. At least they're makeup artists, you know, the brows will look the same every single time. They're just following what you did.
I would think like actresses don't really get the tattooing because sometimes they have to look sick or they have to look old. They have to change their appearance.
If they have something that permanent,
yeah, they couldn't do it. But I see the singers and like influencers and some people like that. Makeup artists getting it done.
Yeah.
So, so you're also really open about your spending.
Yeah.
Girl, $2,000 for getting your hair done.
Hey, it matters. No, I wanted to change. After the baby, I was like, I need like a change. And then I went back to the dark side just like a couple of days ago. So
yeah, you did.
But no, I mean, even Jay, he's amazing.
I had never heard of him.
He's like the top, you know.
Where is he in Vegas?
Hairstylist.
You can give him a shout out if you want.
Yeah, Jay RUA Glam. So he's on my Instagram all the time. I post him. But He's over on Fort Apache. So just
okay.
not far at all.
Is he in his own little studio, or is he inside of a salon?
Excuse me. No, he's in his own big old salon. Yeah, he's doing very well. But he's talented, and I wanted to go blonde, and I was like, I need to go to the best. He's the best.
Well, no, you do, because you can
damage your hair
big time. Big time.
I was like, that's not what I want to do.
So, what else do you like to spend your money on? Do you like? My wife likes to shop.
I like to shop.
She likes her purses, and
I got the purses. I got the shoes. The jewelry.
Yeah,
I'm into the jewelry.
Well, because you're girly.
Yeah.
And you got the bling. You got right. And I'm like a tomboy.
Yeah.
So dressing a tomboy is not that expensive.
You're like, just give me whatever, honey.
Yeah, because I like to dress like a boy. And I literally have to buy like boy shirts, like extra large boy shirts, or size like 16 boy shirts. And so I can find really cool shirts. I'm just not that expensive to dress, I guess.
But you look cute. It's your style.
Well, my wife helps me a little bit. Yeah. She likes me to look very tomboy.
You ever seen the Instagram thing? It's like either I'm a bum 9 times out of 10 or I look amazing. It's like one of those memes. I literally will be in like sweatpants and a hoodie all day long. Yeah. It's like barely ever
but you look good in whatever. Some women just have that thing,
like this or that.
Yeah, they just have that thing. They look good no matter what they're dressed like, and I don't have that thing. So I don't really have that thing. So I have to like work a little harder and be a little more careful like what I dress, but that's okay. But
you have like this edge to you.
Like, what do you mean?
It's so cute, like how you have your lip ring and everything. Like it's you.
It's definitely me.
It's like a statement. Like your look is your brand. I feel like we all have that kind of thing to us that sets us apart, and I feel like that's your brand. Yeah. It's you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like if you ever I don't know, got extensions, you would look like a totally different person.
I would look ridiculous. Or like in a dress or dressing girly, I would look like ridiculous.
Yeah, you are your brand.
I know. I was going to cut my hair like a year ago. And like really short and do like a faux hawk kind of thing, because I see it on other people and I think it's like
you're like, I might want that.
Yeah, it's so hot. Like I see it on other people and I think it's so hot. But like, my wife's like, oh, no, I don't think so. Then my friend Mary's like, oh my God, Teryn, no, you cannot do it. Your hair's your brand. Like your hair hasn't changed in like 17 years, like your hair. So, and I'm afraid to cut it. So I might look, I don't know, maybe I might look too much like a boy. So, I have to keep a little bit of, I guess, femininity, I guess, which I'm okay with. But I really do like dressing like a boy. Like, I'm not comfortable being girly or in girl clothes or anything like that.
Have you ever? Or kind of always you've been a kind of a tomboy and that's...
Well, I think, no, like my mom, like for Easter Sunday and going to church, that would put me like, in like a dress.
Yeah.
And I would have like temper tantrums.
Yeah. Like I don't like this.
No.
This is uncomfortable.
No. And I didn't like my girl underwear.
Yeah.
Like my Nana always bought me underwear for Christmas, and always had flowers and pink and ruffle. I hated it. I would sneak up to my brother's room and I would steal their Fruit of the Loom.
Oh my gosh.
And I would wear their underwear.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're
5. Yeah, I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old.
Wow.
So there were signs, Neeziie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Easter Sunday, I wanted to wear like a tie, like my brothers. Yeah. So it goes way back. I think I came out of the womb gay.
Yeah.
And came out of the womb with more boy traits.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a period in my life where I thought like God made a mistake.
Yeah.
I thought I should have been a boy.
Yeah.
And it was like torturous for a while.
I'm sure.
But then one day, I think I was like 17 years old, 16 or 17. I figured out girls can kiss girls. I can kiss a girl if I want.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. Yeah. I might get some crap and beaten up for it, but back then. But it's okay. I think once I figured out, like, I could be with a girl and date a girl, the feeling like I wanted to be a boy went away. So it was like this confusing few years for me. Yeah. So it was just, I really was just gay.
Yeah.
And liked girls, but didn't know what all that was and I just couldn't define it back then.
You just didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to put that.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't fit really anywhere, back then.
Now it's so much easier.
It's so much easier for people, but still so many young people are committing suicide, because of they're gay, their parents aren't accepting them, or their church doesn't, so there's still a lot of that. There's still a lot of racism. There's still a lot of prejudice. There's still a lot of like that stuff. It's gotten a lot. And okay, so here we are. It's June. You know what June is?
Yeah.
It's like Pride Month.
Yeah.
So, like, have you ever kissed a girl?
Wow.
And if you have, like Katy Perry's song.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I have kissed a girl.
You have. Most girls have kissed a girl. Olivia, right there,
few.
working
No,
the podcast. She's kissed a girl.
We've all
And look
kissed.
how conservative
I feel like every
is.
girl has at least once.
My mom.
Whether it was a drunken moment or not, but at least once.
Yes. Maybe about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
My mom confessed to me and my wife in 8th grade. She spent all summer kissing a girl.
What?
She did. She told me that. It took her all this time,
Yeah.
for my mom to tell me that. And then
Did she feel uncomfortable about it?
that's why I asked her, well, Mom, I've been gay. I came out to you years ago. And this is the first time you're telling me
share
that.
this with me?
Yeah, she just didn't. Maybe because of her generation.
Yeah.
But so she spent all summer like meeting this girl. They were both in like the 9th grade or something, and we'd kiss. And then when school started, she said the girl would walk right by her, wouldn't acknowledge, act like she never knew her, and they never talked again.
Wow.
So I think that bothered my mom. I think maybe that stuck with her and like
It
did something to her.
probably did.
Yeah.
Like-
So she was taught back then. In that instance, she was probably taught it was wrong or it wasn't
Yeah.
okay or she could lose friends or something like that. But yeah, she's been with men ever since. So I think she's heterosexual.
Has she ever expressed that maybe she didn't know? Or
No.
ever confused?
No,
or
we haven't really we never really got that deep in the conversation. It was really interesting, and I was tickled that she told me about that summer. I think that took a lot for her to tell me.
Yeah.
And it was great. When I told my mom I was gay years and years and years ago, she cried.
Oh my
But it
goodness.
wasn't like a bad cry.
Yeah.
Like my mom, right from the get-go, she wanted to go to a gay bar with me and experience that. I took her to country western gay bars. My mom was so supportive. She wanted to see what it was like and what my life was going to be like, and so supportive and cool. But she cried because she thought my life was going to be more difficult.
Oh.
And then I could get picked on. So that's why she cried.
Okay.
So we got over that though. And of course I've had a good life and all that stuff.
And then that goes back to once your parents know that you're okay.
Yeah.
They're fine with
Yeah.
everything. It just settles their mind.
It settles their mind.
It does.
Yeah.
Because that's all they're ever worried about.
So you
Are
did
your
kiss
kids
a
gonna be-
girl.
I have.
Did you like it? I don't know if you answered that.
I don't know if I did. I mean, I liked it, but I liked the D more. No.
I gotcha.
It was not bad. It was not bad.
Today, everybody, there's pansexual.
Yeah.
There's so much, right?
Yeah.
I'm gay. I'm in the community and I can't keep up with all the new terms and everything. But I think it's just beautiful that people are able to express themselves now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we see a push for more equality, across no matter what color your skin is. I see the world changing, but it's still going too slow for me.
Yeah.
I wish everybody would just wake up tomorrow and we all loved each other, no matter what you look like, how you dress.
Maybe as time passes, it'll get like that. But what's messed up is that it all starts, I think, just from your own home. It's just everything stems from home.
From home, yeah.
What's being taught at home, and it just keeps going and going from there.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, yeah, I think the younger generation now are definitely more open.
Oh
and
my
liberal.
gosh.
So you do
Very.
see that being phased out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna hopefully it's gonna start phasing out because the world we live in right now is just it's crazy.
It's kind of
scary
crazy,
to go
right?
outside
It's kind of
sometimes.
scary right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's always been like that. It's just worse because social media, you can see everything. There's no hiding it.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
So
yeah. I posted today on my Instagram that I posted like a gay rainbow and said Happy Pride, and I posted. Did you see my post, Olivia, today?
I did.
Isn't it so cute? Like Kat was like, oh, But I posted, "Hi, I'm Teryn. I'm in love with a girl, and I like to dress like a boy." Yeah, and it was the first time I kind of said it, like kind of on social media.
Yeah.
And today's the first time, like, I've kind of said it publicly. Like, the people will see this podcast and they'll hear my little story.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to now get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Talking about like my personal truth and my journey with my sexuality, and you know, some things I got picked on and whatnot.
And that's good because you never know who's listening that needed to hear that.
Maybe, and hopefully it helps somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because the message I would want to get to people, Neezie, is that it gets better. Right. High school's mean.
Everything gets better.
Everything gets better. It's like once you get out of high school, you don't really deal with the bullying.
You don't
as much and whatnot.
You pick and choose who you want in your life. High school, it's like you're just put into this where you have to see these people every single day.
So if like kids can just make it through high school,
it's temporary.
It's better.
Everything is temporary.
Yeah.
So
So you work with your husband. I mean, your hubby. He's not
damn
married.
near my husband.
Are you guys gonna get married?
Okay, so this I get asked all the time on social media too, and we've been together, it'll be 9 years, but I feel like, and nothing against being married, I'd love to get married too, but it is a big commitment. I feel like
it is.
If it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
It works.
Right.
We work. Everything,
Right.
I feel like we're married, we share everything.
Right.
We have a home, we have a kid, we have businesses together.
Would he get married? Is it more you, or is it you both kind of feel the same way?
I think we both feel the same way. If tomorrow he chooses to ask or something, I would say yes,
Okay.
But it's like I don't put pressure on him or vice versa for it. So.
Yeah. No, I totally get
we're
it.
happy the way it is.
Yeah. Well, me and Kat got married.
Yeah.
We got married when the government was still telling us we weren't allowed. Yeah.
You're like, hell no, we're going to be rebellious. Let's go do it.
Yeah. Well, we were so in love.
Yeah.
And it really just pissed me off that, and this was the big debate over gay marriage back then.
Yeah.
And there was just so many people to watch on the news and hear commenters, talk about how they're going to vote down gay marriage and gays shouldn't be. It was so hurtful.
Yeah.
And so her and I just decided we're just going to get married. And in Hawaii was, I think, the first state that made it legal.
Love Hawaii.
Well, that's where we went. And we got married, and it didn't end up being legal, everywhere else. But maybe one day. So we're not legally technically married, I guess, but we are married. We said our vows. We took the commitment. We feel just as married as any married couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one day we probably really will. Do a really super cool, not traditional, but just something really fun and cool and legally get
in
married.
Your guys' own way.
But we're not in a rush right now either.
No,
we feel so married.
Again, I feel like that label of married is, it means a lot. You know what I mean? And that's where maybe sometimes you can put a lot of expectations on a relationship.
Well, I think some people think if you didn't get married, well, maybe you're not as serious about the relationship or something like that.
No.
Right. Yeah, no, us either.
I think every relationship, you just have your own terms.
Yeah. So I think people less and less are getting married, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like the younger people, they don't feel the need like our parents did.
Yeah.
Right.
And my parents are still together. It's been 30 plus years.
So where I have dealt with some prejudice and comments being gay and looking like a boy, have you gone through, you have darker skin, you're Indian. Have you dealt with any racism or any anything like that hurt you? Or have you been pretty good?
I think I've been lucky enough to maybe not come across that,
Yeah.
but I think it's also because maybe people don't necessarily know what race I am. I get a lot of I get a lot
you
of
look like
different
you could be a
things.
lot of things.
Lot
Yeah,
of
so it's
different
hard
things.
to
know
what your ethnic background is.
a lot of different
Yeah.
things. So I can say that I don't think I have. People know that I'm Indian. I don't really have any big Indian following. I think because the culture is a little bit stricter.
Yeah.
They, if anything, that just Punjabis or anything like that may look at me and be like, oh, my whole lifestyle is what they wouldn't want.
So,
their
so
kids
do you feel
too.
like they judge you?
Maybe that is where I can say probably where experience
your own
with
culture.
my own culture.
Yeah.
Because I was always rebellious and
Yeah.
always did my own thing. And I'm not traditional, but there's things that about my culture that I do follow. I speak Punjabi fluently. I teach it to my daughter.
Can you say something?
Oh my God. I just got put on the spot. Maybe you got to ask me. I can say what your name is. Tera naam kiya.
Okay. Say it slower.
Tera naam kiya.
Teranampia.
You kind of said it. Yes. Or
I like
Sasrikal.
Sathrikal.
Sasrikal. So you say
Sasrikal.
that as hello to like out of respect.
It's a beautiful language.
Yeah.
But you do a little bit of a little bit of
Couple
that.
little things,
Yeah.
sound like that.
I love other languages.
Yeah.
Other languages are beautiful to me. I tried to learn Spanish one time, but I just couldn't do it. I think you need to speak it every day.
I took it like 3 years of high school and still don't know much.
No, I know. Yeah, well, you have to speak it every single day
Yeah.
for it to stick.
To actually stick.
Right.
So,
Okay, back to your man.
yes.
What's it like working with? Because I work with Kat. She
Yeah.
helps me run Girlz Inc. So does he have a place? Like he's in charge of something?
Yes.
And then so he has a place?
Yes, he has a place and a role.
And a role.
everything.
Okay,
Yes.
so what's his place and his role?
So he actually owns all of the online business. That's his company.
The online
Neeziie Baby
training.
Beauty products. No, all the products that we sell.
So your beauty products.
yeah,
Okay.
all of everything we sell.
Was that his
That's
idea or
company.
your idea?
It was both of our idea.
Okay.
But I wanted him to have something of his own.
Okay.
So that's him. That's all him.
That's
and
amazing.
One headache off of my
Okay. So that's
something I don't have to deal with.
His baby. He runs that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you run your studio.
services,
And the
the
services.
trainings.
But you have online. You have an
Yes.
online business. You have an online training.
And he filmed it all for me.
He filmed it all for you.
So we partnered up with that too.
Yeah.
So
I launched my online training last July. It was a bitch, girl. I almost died. I almost like killed myself. Like I can't tell you how stressful. Was it so stressful on
It's
you?
stressful.
Like filming it.
Yeah.
And
we spent almost 8 hours of
Yeah.
and it was like 2 days. So like probably 16
Yeah.
hours altogether.
Yeah.
Because it's so tedious.
Yeah.
You want to get every detail and you kind of can't mess up doing the tattooing on a wall. It's training, you know.
In my mind, because I get anxiety, so I
Yeah.
get these thoughts. And my mind was like, oh my God, just this. The client's gonna bleed. She's gonna.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
So,
You're like,
right,
oh, God.
right. And in one of my courses, I did get skin that was really oily, blood, and I left it in.
Yeah.
And then I ended up booking a skin that was better. But I thought that might be a really good example because that's real life.
It's
a
real
lot of
life.
the
You're gonna
time.
run through
Yeah.
that scenario.
Right.
So
So you posted something a couple of weeks ago that I was like, yes. It's like, and it was anybody with an online academy
Yeah.
or an online store.
yeah.
We are dealing with people that will take our online course,
Yes.
download our certificates, and then do a chargeback.
Yeah.
And they get their money back.
Yeah, they win every single time.
And they win. And doesn't that just piss you off to high heaven? Nothing makes me more angry.
It makes me so
But
mad.
you like totally popped off. You were like, I don't, we can get your IP addresses and I'm you just went off and I just loved it. I felt you spoke for me and for everybody that's happening that is happening to, because I wouldn't dare to pop off like that. So I'm really glad that you did.
I just feel like
It's stealing.
It's stealing. And people spend their savings sometimes to take trainings
Yes.
because they want to invest and start a new career or just anything. They're spending their last. And then here somebody is getting all that information and getting their money back, or damn near scamming somebody else because it might have been somebody else's.
Well, if they're doing it to you, they're doing it
to
to
Lord
everybody.
knows,
Right, right.
And that just made me mad that they got something for free that people spend their
Yeah.
hard-earned money on, because it's not even the money factor for me. It's the principle.
I agree with you. It's the principle. Like I would never do. I
Never.
couldn't imagine stealing from
Never.
somebody. But I wonder if they
You
even look at
know.
it as stealing. It's so unethical.
Yeah.
Right? Like what kind of person does that?
I don't
And they
know.
do it like we have, Girlz Inc., the online store.
Yeah.
They do it with products.
They do it with products too.
They do. But we finally got our theft
Yeah.
down to practically nothing
Good.
because, with retail stores, there's stuff
Yeah.
you can put in place to kind of help with that, but not with the online academies.
No, because I go through Teachable, and I'm not sure if any other platform, but they don't have anything in place that can help the merchant or the actual academy in stopping something that, or showing that, hey, this person logged in X amount of times, completed it, got the certificate, so that should automatically
but they always
make it to where they
side with them.
Always side.
Well, PayPal is the worst. PayPal always,
you can give all the evidence and they'll still side with the customer.
won one like 4 or 5 months ago. I won one because this is what she did. This is how I'm just gonna say this is how stupid she was. Not only is she unethical, but she was a dumbass. She took my removal course. Do you remember this, Olivia? And my powder brow course. Downloaded the certificates, posted them in her studio, and then did a video
pan over of it
on Instagram.
Huh.
So we got screenshotted everything on her Instagram, took a couple still pictures of my certificates on her studio on Instagram. So we sent all that in, and I got I won on both accounts. But, so many people end up getting away with it.
Yeah.
But I think what we should do, and I've talked to a couple of my other friends that have online academies and online stores.
Yeah.
And I think what all of us girls and guys that all have the online academy stores, I think we need to have a little society where
you're not. I've thought about
share the
that.
names.
Yeah, so that it won't happen to one another.
Yeah,
like they
so
won't do it to somebody else.
like if we were all on a group or all belonged to like a Facebook group or a message or something like that, and that girl did that to her, and you got her name and credentials and all that stuff, you can post that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us that all have online stores and online academies, we can take notice. And I think maybe we should do something like that.
I think so too.
And
when I posted that on Instagram, it was also to scare anybody else that even thought about it. They were probably gonna be like, "Oh shit, no, she does pay attention."
Yeah. We pay attention too, and we go after them too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't go after them publicly, but maybe now I'm going to.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah,
be like
because I'm like Neeziie does. Neeziie pops off on him. I'm gonna pop off on him. I told you I want to get more brave.
Yeah.
And, be more free the way you are with, So I think that's great. Okay. So I like that. So your honey runs the products, and they're beauty products for just ladies?
No, it's all of everything permanent makeup. It's the machines, the needles.
He runs all that.
That's all him.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
We run it as a family.
Yeah.
Even his mom, for anybody watching this, that's my client and knows, O'Leary, my assistant, that's his mom. She's been working with me since we moved out here to Vegas, and we get along so well. She's my backbone for everything.
Right.
But again, I don't feel like anybody would run your business like your family.
Right.
People that you trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They treat it like their own.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I always felt that. No one is going to care about your clients, your work, your finances.
Exactly.
More than your partner or your family.
And I think that's a really key role in having a successful business is you need to have that support system that's going to help you.
Because it is hard, don't you think, Neeziie? I think people look at people that are successful and they think it's easy. It came easy for us. It's easy. We've got it made and this and that and the other.
This is a decade in the making for me. This did not happen overnight.
I was not an overnight success either. A lot of struggles.
No.
And a lot of hard work and a lot of times just being really unsure of myself and whatnot, and finally you reach a place where you feel comfortable, and some people may look at me and not feel I'm as successful as I should be, and then some people look at you and think, well, you're too successful. It's like it's the jealousy thing, right?
Yeah.
Some people can get really super jealous when
that's what drives the haters.
The haters.
It's just they wish they were in a position that you are in now. They want it overnight, like instantly, but they don't see all the hard work.
And the stress and the anxiety and the bad days and
being your own boss is amazing. But what people don't understand is you don't leave it at the door.
Right.
You don't. Yeah. You take it home with you. It's a 24-hour.
And people business. Like you and I that work with our partners, we really. Everything's at home, right?
Everything.
Because Kat and I come in here and we work, during the week, and then you go home, and it's at home. You talk about the day. You talk about great things that happened that day. You talk about, maybe an unhappy customer or the stressful things that happened that day, you know, and by the time you know it's midnight, and it's ready to go to bed and get up and do it again the next day. We have date night.
Yeah.
We do.
That's so sweet.
So, yeah, because you have, okay, let me ask you this. Yeah. So Kat and I, so she worked at the Venetian. She was a cocktail waitress for many years. And when I decided to start distributing LI Pigments, right? I thought I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't be an artist and a trainer.
All of it.
All of it. I can't. Something's going to give. Something's
Yeah.
going to like not get tended to. So I said, you have to do it with me or I can't do it. So she decided to do it with me. And so we have really humble beginnings together. And, but we went through a period where we felt like we were no longer, how do I put it? Lovers.
Yeah.
No longer romantic partners. We were like.
Did you guys have the 7-year itch? You ever read about that?
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't an itch for other people.
Yeah.
I think it was an itch. Her and I, blinders for each other.
Yeah.
The day we met.
Yeah.
The day we knew we were into each other, that's it.
Yeah.
There's never been looking at anybody else. No, not at nothing, Neezie. Swear to God. And I know she'd tell you the same thing. Yeah. We're so in love and so into each other. We really are.
That's so beautiful.
Aren't we, Olivia?
That's so beautiful.
I really are. And she's my best friend and I love her so much. And I know I'm her best friend. She loves me. But maybe the itch to get back to being romantic.
Yeah.
Because I think we went through a period where we weren't going on dates anymore. We weren't like making out anymore.
Yeah.
We were like business partners.
Yeah, and that can happen.
It definitely happened to us. Yeah. But we both recognized it and we sat, we talked about it. Like we got to fix this or this could end up really like permanently hurting us. Yeah. And so we do date night.
Oh,
so it's
beautiful.
a night. Yeah, we do. And, we go out and we don't talk about work. Sometimes though I fuck up and I'll still bring it up a little bit. It's really hard for me.
You're like, this happened.
Yeah. It's so hard for me not to talk about PMU and business. It's
because
so
it's
hard.
Someone that also knows everything, all the details. So it's hard not to share.
It takes
or
discipline.
Want to talk about it.
It does. It takes discipline. I don't know. But... And then sometimes she has to remind me. She'll get a little like, peevy. Yeah, and have to remind me. And then sometimes she forgets too. And then we end up talking about business on our date night. Yeah. But now I think we found a good balance where we're romantic. We're definitely partners in that sense. And then we run a company together. Yeah. So how did it affect you and your honey that way? I mean, how do you guys balance the romantic side of being like, partners, like lovers, and then running a business together?
You also, just like you said, you have to make time for each other, and then you throw a kid in the mix. That makes a whole different ball game.
Forget no company, just a child.
It's the child
entering a couple's life.
They say kids can bring you closer. No, it can drive you apart because you don't sleep. The responsibilities.
Right.
So you have to really make sure that you separate that and do have your date nights. Those really, really matter. Yeah. Whether it's even just a date night, like getting on the couch, cuddling and watching a movie, you just reconnecting, but having a kid, nobody prepares you for that.
Nobody, yeah. No,
I don't care what you read or what my mom tells you.
I couldn't imagine. And Kat and I love kids.
It's, you don't have any independent, like nothing. It's now everything you do, you have to account for. It's the baby too.
Yeah.
It's for the kid.
Yeah.
We used to get up and go. We can leave the house at midnight and go party or smoke hookah and go to a bar or whatever.
No more.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because if you do have a babysitter like his mom, still got to get up in the morning the next day,
and no more noon, no more 12 noon.
Nope. So everything changes until probably the kid gets
That would probably be the hardest thing for me having a kid is the getting up in the morning.
Yeah. Everything's on the kid's time now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
That's great. You got to figure out balance. Yeah. Balance is everything.
It's the key to life. And
everybody has their own way of balancing things, but you have to figure it out.
I'm not good at balance. I'm not. I'm super obsessive and I'm a perfectionist. So
same.
Yeah. Well, Leo.
Yeah.
So I'm just not good at balance, but I'm working on it.
I make lists.
You make lists?
Yeah. I'm like a short-term, long-term goal. I have calendar. I'm like, this gets done, and I cross out my days. I'm like, I have to know what's going on in advance.
Okay.
I'm not I am like a spur of the moment person, but there's things that have to be structured for me.
Well, you sound okay. When are you? August
16,
August 16th. So I'm September 17th. Okay. So we probably have a lot of the same traits. Yeah. It was Leo.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the cusp is, but I'm a lot like my dad, and he's August 11th. So
it's right there.
It's kind of like right there, right? Yeah. So you have built an empire, kind of, right? Is that how you refer to it? Your little empire. So you have your clientele. You have your studio. You have artists in your studio.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So they see clients.
Yes.
And they rent.
Yes,
you
they
charge
rent.
them rent, so you're not on a commission kind of thing. And then you have your online training.
Yes.
That you teach. Do you do just your brow course online?
I do the ombre. I have the hyaluron lip service, and then I have tooth gems.
Oh, okay.
They're so pretty.
Don't let me forget
they're
to ask
easy
you,
to do.
The tooth gems. Do you think that's going to be a thing? Is that going to take off?
I mean, it's a complimentary service with everything else that you're already doing. You know.
Do you think I would look good with a tooth gem?
You would look hot.
You think I look hot?
It would be cute. A little bling.
So is it glued onto your tooth?
Yeah, it's the same bonding agent you would use for braces. So
okay.
Yeah, everybody that I've literally put tooth gems on, they're still there.
So if I didn't like it, can I call you and say, Neezie?
Yeah, you can get it taken off. Yeah, easy.
You can get it taken off you, so I wouldn't be like stuck with a jewel on my tooth if I didn't like it.
No, it's
I'm wondering if
temporary.
it would. People always ask me, like clients to this day, they'll ask me I'll see them staring at it. Right? They're staring at it. So
oh my God, you ever get those clients that are just looking at you the whole time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still get that, right?
I think I just had one last week. I was like, oh my God, you have to close your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And they're just like looking at all over, looking for, everything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I'll see some people just so fixated on my lip ring. Yeah. And they'll end up asking like, can I just ask you? And I know it's coming.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And they want to know, how do you kiss with that? Or how do you eat with that? Or does that like bother your teeth?
You probably don't even know it's there anymore.
No, my God, I've had it, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. Like, I can't imagine. I take it out when I have to go. I just had a little surgery. Yeah. So I had to take it out. And I look ridiculous without it. And I got a hole there now. Oh my God. So it's either a lip ring till I die. Yeah. I'll be 90.
You ever put a stud there, like a rhinestone stud?
I do. And I really like the stud. My wife likes
cute.
She likes this better though. She thinks
likes
this is way hotter. And it's all
it's you.
I know. And it's all about like my wife has to think I'm hot, right?
Oh my gosh.
When she thinks I'm hot, then I feel on top of the world.
Absolutely.
Right. So she likes the lip thing. And she'll say, "Oh, that lip thing's sexy," and that's all she'll say, Neezie.
And you're golden.
She bought me these new boots yesterday. And I think they're a little fancy. Yeah. They're Louis Vuittons. Ooh. Yeah, but she gets them used. She buys off Poshmark and these sites, so she never pays retail. She gets them really good price. But they got some gold threading like across them. It's like, put them on. You should have saw me, Olivia. And I'm like, I'm modeling, right? And I'm like, cute. They're a little, because I'm not a fancy girl. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. My wife's fancy. Yeah. I'm like, they're a little fancy. And she just goes, they are so sexy.
Oh, that was it for you.
I'm wearing them tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm going to wear them tonight. That's all she has to say.
If they hurt
and I
or
get
not.
chills.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
I know. I want her to think I'm sexy.
Couple goals.
Yeah. So the tooth gem thing. So what do you charge for that?
What do I charge? I don't even ever know my own prices. $150 and then like $25 additional for like each tooth gem.
So what kind of person's getting it? Is it a younger girl? The younger girls?
It is whoever,
a certain kind of look girl?
I think it's someone that just feels like they want a little extra.
Like a little bit of, be
try
a little
something
bit like
different,
bold.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a bold thing.
And it goes really good with the hyaluron lip service. So it's like you're already getting your lips, plumped and juicy.
Pumps up. Yeah.
And then they're like, you just say like you want a little extra pop. It's like the perfect smile accessory, I feel like.
All right.
So
I might try it. I just might. You never know. Yeah. I don't mind looking bold. Yeah. Like my person, maybe I'm not like bold in some areas, but my looks, like trying different things and being kind of bold, I've always liked that. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a little filler for the first time. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little nervous though because I've seen some.
It could be as natural or as
Well, you know what I heard? You know what I figured out? So we got a really good friend in LA, and she looks fantastic, right? She does filler. And she was like, the key is you need to go to a plastic surgeon, and they inject from the inside.
Oh.
I go from the inside.
What?
Not from the outside.
I've never heard of that.
I never have either. Wow. But then, we start researching it.
Yeah.
Here in Vegas, plastic surgeons. So we found this plastic surgeon. He does it all from the inside. He does not inject from the outside. So from what I understand, that makes a huge difference in how it looks, the appearance, how it lasts, supposedly that's the way it really it's better to inject from the inside.
I have never heard of that.
I hadn't either.
Why that's not a thing?
Yeah. So
more out there.
But I'm not quite ready to make that step. You see a lot of bad stuff. So I still, what if I end up with big, plumpy, like girly lips?
But they can dissolve all that too.
Yeah.
So if you ever were like, oh my God, this is not it's not perfect.
Because if I look girly, I'm gonna freak out.
Oh my God, you're like no girliness whatsoever.
Yeah, no. I mean, I want to be pretty.
Yeah. But not too.
But not girly. But I want to be pretty. It's like this. It's just.
Give me natural, but I want to look done.
Yeah, I want to look like a pretty boy.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's cute.
Is that good?
We could do that.
Okay, so let's go back to your business. Yes. So you do the online training, you have your products, you have all that stuff. And so, but you do hands-on training.
Yes.
Are you still, so you started out, and I think that was another thing people kind of like to hate on you about, is you were doing the 1 day, 2 day microblading courses back then.
Yeah.
And they were like big groups. You were doing these big groups of people. And that was super controversial.
Oh my God.
It still is. There's some people. It still is.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like, I have certain feelings about that.
Yeah.
Like, I choose to kind of twist things to be more positive and rather than look at things negative. So, are you still doing the big trainings, or are you more now at your studio doing smaller groups?
I have always done both. I have the smaller groups are usually always at my studio because I can hold up to like 10. So right now in Vegas, the way I have it set up, I can hold up to 10.
So you got a big studio. Where is your studio in Vegas?
It's on Jones in 215. Like right where there's like a Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Right in that shopping center.
Okay.
So I've always done both. I mean, before the baby and before COVID, I was traveling like 6 years straight. Every month we're in a different city. So I've been around.
Was it fun though?
Oh my God, so much fun.
But it is a lot of work, right? People don't see behind the scenes, like lugging suitcases and packing and unpacking.
The things that I have been through, packages, like their suitcase getting like not lost, but like isn't coming in, and you're like scrambling on trying to figure it out. But then you learn and you get better. You figure out how to make sure all that stuff doesn't happen. But, oh my God, we've had so much fun traveling so many different cities, meeting so many people.
Do you think you'll go back to that? Or are you more of a home?
I would like to, but I don't know. Now that I've had the baby, I'm like, I like being at home.
Right.
You know? So maybe when she gets older and she can kind of, travel with us, that'd be fine. But when the biggest class I think I ever had was like close to 100 people. That was
in one class.
In one class.
Wow.
That was New York microblading and one day, and that was insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
And that was probably like the top of my career. Like it was when it was like
when microblading was like hot.
It was
everybody.
Hot. Everybody wanted to get on it. It was the new thing. And it kind of snowballs into how I do show like my lifestyle and like money and this and that. That kind of gets people's gears going too. Like, oh my God, like this can make this much money or can make, 6 figures or whatever the case is. It makes people interested in wanting to do it. So I was at that point where I was posting and doing all this and that, and it just made people just that more interested. But the 1 day training, I might be one of the people that started that trend. And that's why I did get all that backlash, that 1 day training. Because this was 8 years ago, 9 years ago, So it's not a bad thing. I just feel like, you need to be able to relay that information properly if you're going to do 1 day trainings.
I think because a lot of people, they don't like the 1 day train. They think it ruined the industry. There's a lot of different feelings about, not everybody feels like that, but some people do.
Yeah.
And I think because you were in Vegas, people thought like I should get involved or do something about it. And it was ridiculous. It's like, I might not agree with everything.
Yeah.
And if there's something I don't agree with, I don't speak about it, Neezie.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not my place.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't have to agree with everything.
Yeah.
There's things, I'm sure, like my style or the way I teach, that not everybody agree with. And if you don't agree, I don't want to hear it.
You can't make everybody happy.
You can't make everybody happy, so you got to please yourself. That's a song, you know that?
Yeah. No, I did not know that.
It is a song. It might be James Taylor or something. But that is a song. I would sing it for you.
It took me some time to learn that. In this industry, you cannot make everybody happy.
No, you cannot. And you're going to be judged no matter what you do or how you try to stylize your business or your trainings. But a lot of people are doing those trainings, so, the 1 day, 2 day, classes. And look, I just think, the industry is not really regulated.
No.
So it's kind of like people, are able to do whatever they want. I kind of choose to look at the trainings. Look, I don't think someone can take a 1 day or 2 day training straight out of another career with no background in tattooing, and they're capable of going and servicing people.
No,
that's impossible.
not.
What we do is hard.
It's hard.
How long? It takes a long time to get good.
I feel like, and this is just like an estimate, it's going to take you 6 or more months of continuous everyday practice to get decent, okay at it.
Decent.
Okay. Yeah. Where you're like, I'm not as nervous anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then it's just going to get better and better. Every person you do, because you're going to see something, you're like, I could have done better on that. And and it just goes from trial and error. I can lay out exactly how to do it, but everybody becomes their own artist. And it takes your own trial and error from the information I've given you to experience everything and get better at it. So
I think maybe the misconception and why there are a lot of people that really are down on that is maybe they think trainers like you that do those big classes, maybe they assume you think 1 day training, she can go and set up business.
And unfortunately, that's what people think.
Yeah, but that's not how you view your training. That's not what you think.
And it's not even what I say in my
Exactly.
trainings.
So
I'm not selling a dream, a fake dream. Like, come in, take my class, and tomorrow you're going to make all this money, or you're going to be out here being the best brow artist ever. No, it's going to take you time if you're really determined and really want this to happen. And you have to be a hard worker. That's simple. It's not gonna be
and
easy.
super dedicated.
Very dedicated.
Almost obsessed.
Yeah. You have to obsess
I
over it.
kind of view the 1 day and 2 day trainings as almost like a movie trailer, like for this industry. Like it's an opportunity for someone to go take a 1 day class or a 2 day class, sit in on that class, and watch someone like you work, and either it's gonna resonate, they're gonna feel, okay, I'm fascinated. And then when they leave, they can't get it out of their mind. They want to do it. And then of course they got to go do more training and start, taking the hard steps to become skilled and experienced and good. Absolutely. Or they're gonna watch it and they're gonna think, this really isn't for me.
No.
I almost think it's almost like a preview.
I can say that it's half and half like that in class. There's either it lights a fire under people's asses because they just get so motivated and so pumped, and their palms get itchy. They're like, I'm ready to hit the ground running. Like, I'm going to give my all to this. Yeah. And then you got the other half of people in class that are like, it's too much for them.
It's too much, right?
It was more than what they expected, Right. But also, those are the people that tell themselves every day they can't. They won't. Yeah. This isn't doable. I'm a very big, I speak things into existence. So you into law of attraction and manifesting and stuff? I'm like, if I want to do something, I write it down. I make sure I make short-term goals to reach that long-term goal. And I scratch things off that list and I get it done. I've never told myself I couldn't. I've always said I could, I will, it's going to happen. And look where it's, ended up today. So, and I think, like I said, half those people, they've always been the people that tell themselves, no, this is too much. This seems just too hard. I don't think I can do this. And that's what ends up happening.
Yeah.
You unmotivate your own self.
Well, that's why you have a big following too,
Yeah.
probably, is you do inspire people and you are motivating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm into all that,
Yeah.
you know, manifesting
Yeah.
and stuff too. And I know I have a really good friend, Jen, and she's super talented. And she was like a 2-day microblader. So she too doesn't like all the bashing and negativity towards the classes. And she was somebody who took a 2-day class, and she was one of them, was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I got to do this. But don't you find those people that have that feeling sitting
Yeah.
in the seat that day watching you, those are the ones that are going to take it seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And then jump into training.
As someone that has been training for so long, you know who those people are
Yeah.
out the gate. You feel their
Yeah.
energy. You feel how excited they are. You see it in their work in front of you. You're like, oh yeah, this person's going to do great. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I get it. I get it.
It's, I feel like to each his own.
Yeah, I think there's just too much judgment. You know, there just is. There's just,
always someone that's going to say
there's people
something.
learning online and learning
Yeah.
with YouTube and all that stuff. I had a guest here, and
I'm the product of teaching myself microblading.
right. You know, I think
You
lots of
know?
people have over the years. You
Yeah.
know, so you know, I was talking to someone, and she doesn't like the 1-day classes, 2-day classes. And I was asking her what would make because they're not going to stop.
No.
So what would make the 1 or 2-day classes, like in your eyes, more like responsible or better? And she was like, if that trainer like had links to a bloodborne pathogens class or this or that, and really encouraged them to do more of that education before they actually start working on clients. Would you agree? Like,
Yeah.
and you do that.
I do that.
Right.
Not only, you're not just coming in and just seeing me do it and I'm like, go about your way.
And I think that's the perception, Neezie. I think that's why people are judgmental towards the class. And maybe there are some, look,
there could be some people that are doing it like that.
There probably are.
Yeah. They're not really teaching you much. They're kind of just like figure it out on
and
your
they're
own.
probably being unrealistic, telling you can go do this tomorrow and this one day. But you are not like that. And that's why I don't like people. I don't like people make, preconceived ideas or judge people because, they haven't sat in your class and they don't know what you're saying to the students and whatnot. And you offer a lot of support to them.
Oh my
once
gosh.
They take your
They're
class.
getting, all my classes are catered honestly towards beginners. An advanced artist can still come in. It's the same. It's for both. Because an advanced artist already knows like the sanitation portion, the theory portion. An advanced artist is coming in. They just want to see what is it that you're doing. You know, they want to see the ins and outs of what is it that you're doing. That's all an advanced artist is coming in there for.
Yeah. There's some artists I would love to sit in and do a class with them and just watch them work because it'd be thrilling.
Yeah.
I just want to watch you.
I want to watch you. I want to see what is it that you're doing a little different. So, but a beginner they don't know anything. So you got to teach them X, Y, and Z, also the technique and how to be successful leaving the class. They need the tools that go along with how to even just get started in the world once they leave the class, and they get all that. So, but you need to also offer some type of additional support once they leave, whether it's that open communication with you, the teacher, which I have. And then what's great is now that I do have online trainings, they get access to the online training. So they're not only getting that in person, but they also get that online training for X amount of days,
No, I get it. Some absolutely amazing artists were born of a 1-day or 2-day class. Yeah.
But it's crazy that is so factual, but it's because they took it serious.
Because they took it seriously and they dove into and they wanted it and they practiced and they did other trainings and stuff like that. So I
don't think there's anything wrong with it.
So you teach fundamentals like beginners.
Yes.
I cannot.
You have to have a lot of patience.
You really do.
You do.
And it's not fun for me teaching like the newbies.
Yeah.
The one newbie class I love to teach, and I got one coming up next Saturday. I do classes here regularly where microbladers or hand tool crossing over to machine.
That's really cool.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm like addicted to machines and I love machines. I tattoo with lots of different machines. I've been on machines like my whole career. So that fundamental class I love. And you don't even need patience for that. You don't even need patience. It's just so much fun. But I taught a fundamental class one time, and it was, brand new, never been on. And I spent a week, and I was just like, I just was like, I can never do that again. Yeah. I think I talked too advanced, and I'm thinking too advanced. It's like, I think a certain type of person, you're either really good teaching fundamentals or maybe you're better off teaching more advanced.
From even my experience of like taking trainings and things like that, I feel like students, and just over time of me teaching, they get the concept when you're like straight to the point. Yeah. The fluff, and if the instructor kind of doesn't know, like they're fumbling over their own words and they just don't have it like structured very well, they lose interest. Yeah. And they kind of don't retain the information. So not only do you have to relay it for them to understand, but they have to have it in front of them too. So it's like two different things to make the information stick. But you do have to have a lot of patience. That is the key word.
Yeah. A lot of patience. A lot of patience. Let me see. Okay. So probably should wrap this up.
Okay. But, oh my God, it's time already.
I know. It's time. Has it been an hour, Olivia? Yeah. It's been an hour. Probably over an hour. Yeah. But I could talk to you and talk to you and talk to you and talk to you. Yeah. So you'll come back.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm like right down the street.
You are. Yeah. Right.
I'm on Jones.
Yeah.
That way.
And I'm on Jones. Yeah. But so was I kind of, because we never really met. No. So did you have any preconceptions of me?
I don't think I knew what to expect. I did feel like you were like cool and like spunky, a little like edgy. And I got that. And then you're also hella sweet. So it's like all in one. So I think I always look for the good in everybody. So I didn't expect to like, you were going to be like just this like very like, serious ass person.
I can be super serious, but no, I genuinely like people, and I'm interested in people.
Same.
And no matter how weird they are, I just like people, and people fascinate me. So so thank you for coming here, not knowing me, and
you're just like, hey, you want to come? Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I gotta get Neeziie down here. She's in Vegas. I've just watched this girl evolve and watched her business grow, and I'm really happy for you, and I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're in the same city as me.
Thank you.
I think you're beautiful. I think that I just feel like you live in your own little world, doing your own thing, and you're just this free spirit that, you
got one life to live.
And I love that. I love that. Like, I aspire to be more more free. Yeah. Because sometimes caring what people think, it's bondage, right?
Yeah.
It can be suffocating.
It is. You just have to not care. Yeah. That's exactly what.
So keep being free.
I will.
Keep entertaining us on Instagram.
I will.
Keep doing beautiful work.
Yes.
Yeah. And thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was exciting.
It was so fun.
It's my first ever this right here. This is
so beautiful. You were a podcast virgin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I took my podcast virginity.
I'm glad it was me. I'm flattered. Shucks. It's great. All right. So we'll say goodbye, but we'll have you down again.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Tatter-a-fact. We will see you next time. Happy tattooing, everybody.